Hi guys, and welcome to the career writing sprints. These are a little bit different than our Fun Fiction Fridays when we write just for fun and talk about fun. If you're watching this on the replay, this particular writing session is for career writers because not everybody wants to build a career out of writing, but some people do. And because I have done that and made my living pretty much almost entirely from writing for almost my entire life. I had a couple years in there where I was a teacher, and I think I had a job at a flower shop for a summer. Other than that, I've made my living from writing my whole life. I'm going to talk about how to build a career, how to make money at this, how to do this. And it's also kind of an accountability session. I have a proposal I need to get into my publisher, which doesn't really have a deadline. It's just whenever I can get to it. And so I find that I will procrastinate if I don't have something to keep me accountable and keep me coming back and working on it. So that's what these sessions were started for. And we're going to have them for a couple of weeks, see what everybody thinks of it and if you like it. And then I was thinking that maybe we'll do something for either NaNoWriMo or sometime in January where we're having some regular sessions to keep you guys writing. Because the only way to get the book done is to write the book. So that means showing up at the page every day. Nice to see you, Jenny. How are you? I did want to talk about the Monday feedback thing that we're going to do. So every other Monday, I do a manuscript feedback session where if you submit something to the Google Doc, which I'm going to drop that link in here, if you submit something to the Google Doc, I will give you feedback on your manuscript live on the air with that session. And, you know, it's just a couple hundred words. It's not a big thing. Whatever you want to get feedback on, maybe it's your back cover blurb, maybe it's a really crucial paragraph in your book, maybe it's that opening chapter, whatever it is. You're limited to 200 words because I want you to make every word count. Nice to see you, Cozy Mystery Writer in Ohio, and Heather. I used to live in Indiana, Cozy Mystery Writer. I do not miss it. I'm in Florida now, and now I find that I cannot stand the cold at all. Anyways, so we're going to do like a little 15-minute session. And I actually, last night, I went into my notebook and sort of planned what I was going to work on today, because if I don't show up with a plan, then I'm not going to know what to work on. And that kind of helps me get on track. And Jenny, you didn't miss anything because we just started at 1. I was just kind of talking about the feedback sessions the next one will be on Monday. I've got a few submissions, and it helps me a lot if you put those submissions in ahead of time, so I have a minute to look at them before we have that thing. Also, those of you who are writing a romance or have a romantic storyline going in your book, I'm working on a course that will be done. I'm saying it here so that it absolutely has to be done before I go speak at the Moonlight and Magnolias conference at the beginning of October in Georgia. So absolutely got to get that done. All right, so in the interest of getting things done, let's get some writing done, because that's what we're here for, to be accountable to each other. Oh, they changed the iOS, and that just kind of messes me entirely up. Like, where's my timer? So that then we can have some words on the page and we can have something to work with. So I'll play a little bit of music and we'll write for 15 minutes and have fun. It's always so quick, but it was good because I started trying this prologue in first person. I thought about it last night and I was like, maybe I want to do first person. I'm not sure. I thought I'd just try it today and see how it goes. And I still got my notes. I got through most of them, not all of them. So I hope you guys had lots of great writing today. Hey, Cheryl, nice to see you here. I was going to talk about career planning a little bit today because in my videos, I talk about how I make a 5-year plan, a 1-year plan, and a quarterly plan. And as the market and the industry has evolved, I'm always kind of pivoting on that plan because you never know what's going to happen. Sometimes Amazon gets so glutted that there's no room for whatever you want, or it seems like there's no room for whatever you want to do because everybody can always kind of rise above. You never know which book will take off and which one won't. But I found that I really like kind of a middle ground between the two. And so I've got a plan for traditional publishing and then a plan for the indie publishing. What am I going to come out with next and how am I going to support and market all of that? And Heather's, yeah. Hi, Heather and Wendy. Oh, Wendy, hi, how are you? I hope you're feeling better. Nice to see your face, even if it's just like a little circle in there. So when you're doing a plan, you want to kind of look at where you want to go. And I'm a person who believes in aiming super high. When I first started querying agents, I took the top 5 agents in the industry at the time. They all said no. The next 5 said no, and the next 5 said no. My very first agent was somebody that was brand new to the industry. But as I became a little bit more successful and had more of a track record beneath me, I was able to search for a better agent. And my current agent, I've been with her for more than 15 years, I think, a really long time. I really like her. We're very similar kind of people. But I was always aiming for the higher traditional publisher, and then I would kind of work my way down as I went through if I got rejected, because I think that it's good to aim high. Now, one of the things that might happen is rejection. Rejection happened a lot to me. And I was on Threads today, they were talking about self-published versus traditional and how some traditional authors sneer or, put their nose up at self-published authors because they assume that they're crappy books. They're not necessarily crappy books, but a lot of them are. So there's like this mix out there of really bad books that people didn't spend enough time on, and then a bunch of books that are really, really good that people aren't finding because there's 20 million books on Amazon. So the one thing that traditional publishing does do for you is it teaches you to be better and better and better. All those rejections just forced me to really learn my craft, enter contests, to get a critique partner. All of those sort of growth and learning things that you absolutely have to do to be successful in either one. So if you want to go all indie, I think that's awesome because I'm half. I've got half of my current books are indie published and half are with traditional publishers. But treat it like you would a traditional contract, meaning put in the work, put in the effort, put in the education to really make it as good as what would be picked up by a Berkeley or Random House or whatever. You really want it to be able to compete with what else is out there. Because if you're going to build a career, you have to build it on good quality books. Now, are there some books out there that are crappy that have really taken off? Yes. To me, they were crappy. Doesn't mean that everybody thought they were, because they took off, obviously. But that means that there's room in the marketplace for everybody. The best chance you can give yourself is really kind of investing that time and energy into learning. So I did mention before, but I'm going to drop it in anyways for those late people that are joining us. Oh, I almost dropped my whole prologue in there because I had copied and pasted it into a different document to try to do the first person thing. The link for the manuscript feedback, which is next Monday, at, I think at 3 o'clock. I think that's at 3 o'clock next Monday. We'll do that every 2 weeks. And then also let me know what you guys think we could do for NaNoWriMo. And if you're planning on doing NaNoWriMo, which is National Novel Writing Month in November. I think that's such a hard month to pick to write a novel because you're coming up on the holidays and people have so much going on. I will be writing in November. I don't think I'll write an entire novel in November, but let me know kind of what you guys are wanting to see and hear in order to make that successful for you. All right, let's do another 15 minutes. I'm going to get back to my first person attempt with my prologue and see how that goes. And if you have any questions, just go ahead and drop them in the comments. Wow, another 15 minutes. Boom, there we go. Hi, Lottie. Nice to see you here, eating a little bit. Yeah, I just had lunch. We had this, I do this like sushi bake thing, which was actually really good. And yay, Wendy, I'm glad you are doing okay. And actually, this is a super impromptu thing. Like yesterday, I posted something on the community. Hey, what do you think about me doing writing sprints during the day? Because I'm not getting this book done. Don't have the incentive when I don't have a deadline. Um, and a lot of people said yes. A couple of people said no, they were not interested, but that's okay. And so I was like, yeah, what the heck? Why not just try it? And so I did one yesterday, and the response was pretty positive. So I decided to do one today. I've got about 2 weeks until I start traveling again. Actually, it's like 10 days until I start traveling again. Next Wednesday, I leave to go to the Moonlight and Magnolias conference in Georgia. So we'll do these like today, tomorrow, tomorrow's Wednesday, Thursday. We'll have the fun one on Friday. We'll have the manuscript feedback one on Monday, and then one more of these on Tuesday. And then I'm going to try to fit them in while I'm in Georgia. I'm just waiting for a couple of things to be scheduled so that I can get one in at least Thursday and Friday. That would be great. But I can't promise that because I don't have my schedule yet set. So, and my family's up there too. My in-laws are up there too, so I have family to visit as well. Anyway, more information than you guys need to know and has absolutely nothing to do with a writing career. Yesterday, I was talking about how I was interrupted by a client thing. Today, my interruptions during the writing sprints were about approving some copy for some marketing materials that I'm doing. So it's a constant hopping between different things, like, and then trying to get right back into the book and right into the whatever I was working on, which is sometimes really difficult. I know I should probably do what one of my friends used to do, which is totally shut my email off when I'm working, but then people will just call me. I would rather email than talk on the phone any day of the week. I'm one of those that could have been an email type of people. And Cheryl's got the cattle being rustled, and yes, sounds like a good scene that to work on. And Heather, I'm so happy you were there too. I seriously thought yesterday no one was going to be here. I was just going to be talking to myself, which is okay because that's what happened when I first did sprints way back a year ago. And yes, Wendy, I do like the options for control with indie. That's entirely why I went with writing compelling fiction as an indie book, because I had done a how-to book with a publisher before, and I really did not like that experience of a publisher telling me how to write my how-to advice. Some of what they changed about my advice, I did not agree with because it is not at all the way that I would approach it, and they were insistent on it. It was very early in my career. It was only my second book, and so I was too afraid to kind of really stand my ground. And so with a book like this, especially, I really want to make sure that I have control over that. The cover, the interior, the message, and that I can continue updating it. Because the more I teach you guys here on the channel, the more I learn about how I do my process, and I want to update more of these, and then also issue writing the compelling romance novel next year, hopefully. I've got a lot of material, but I've still got a lot of material to create for that, because writing a romance novel is a slightly different experience from writing just a straight novel. I'm finding as I'm putting this course together. And again, that course hopefully will be done by next Wednesday, because I'm going to be selling it at the conference. So it better be ready for people to do. And thank you, Cozy Mystery Writer, for buying the book. I'm so excited. I'm looking forward to doing another one because it is really fun to analyze my process and talk about it. And I think I'm also going to have to do some kind of a career-driven one sometime next year as well. So we'll see. And Cheryl's got them both in Kindle and hard copy. I'm not a Kindle person. I have 2 Kindles. They're sitting over there dead because I never use them. Really should. It be a whole lot cheaper than buying all these books. And I do love books, so I buy a lot of them. Anyways, let's do another 15 minutes so that we can get a little bit more writing done today. And then I got to go back to work because I got stacks of emails stacking up here. So let's do 15 more minutes. And then if you have any questions, drop them in the box. was good. I got a whole bunch of stuff done. Hopefully enough to get it moving forward for next time. So we're going to do this again tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Tomorrow's Wednesday. So tomorrow and Thursday at 1 o'clock. And I'm excited, Wendy, that you can be here. And life-work balance is a huge thing. Yes. When you run your own company, of course, as I'm sure some of you know, you work all the dang time. So I work weekends, I work nights, I work constantly, partly because trying to get the channel off the ground at the same time as running a company means, the channel's got to be put in somewhere. So there's a lot of video editing and stuff that happens after hours. But anyways, it works out fine because the channel is growing. And on that end, don't forget to like and subscribe. Like this video, share it with your friends if you have others that really want to get something going. And if you have some feedback on what you want to do for NaNoWriMo, let me know. I'm super excited to see you all here and can't wait to see you here tomorrow. We'll work together tomorrow and get some more words done. Have a great day.